Unleashing your full potential begins with belief. Push past limits, embrace growth, and step boldly into the life you're meant to live. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about how to unleash your full potential and achieve your goals faster. Enjoy. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to reach their goals way quicker than others? That's what we're going to talk about today. Achieving our goals is crucial for our personal and professional growth, and yet, so many of us struggle to reach them. We set targets, we make plans, but somehow, we just can't seem to get there. And that's exactly why it's so important to learn how to achieve our goals faster. By doing so, we can unlock our full potential, gain confidence, and live a more fulfilling life. The truth is, achieving our goals quickly can have a tremendous impact on our overall well-being. It can open up new opportunities, strengthen our relationships, and even improve our mental health. So, let's get started on this journey to achieving our goals faster than we ever thought possible. First and foremost, it's essential to understand that goal achievement is not a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for someone else might not work for us, and that's okay. The key is to find what works best for us and stick to it. And that's exactly what we're going to explore in this episode. Setting goals is easy. Achieving them is the hard part. But what if I told you that there are people out there who have cracked the code to achieving their goals quickly and efficiently? They're not superheroes. They're just regular people who have found what works for them and have mastered it. As we're about to dive into the strategies and techniques that can help us achieve our goals faster, I want you to keep an open mind. Be willing to learn, be willing to adapt, and most importantly, be willing to take action. One of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to achieve their goals is lack of clarity. They don't know what they want, or they don't know how to get it. And that's exactly why we need to define our goals clearly and specifically. What do we want to achieve? Why is it important to us? And what steps can we take to get there? Another common obstacle is procrastination. We put off our goals until tomorrow, until next week, until next month. And before we know it, weeks turn into months, and months turn into years. We need to stop making excuses and start taking action. Fear of failure is another major obstacle. We're scared to take the leap, scared to try something new, scared to fail. But the truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every successful person has failed at some point in their lives. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times before he finally succeeded. So, let's not be afraid to take risks and try new things. Having a negative mindset can also hold us back from achieving our goals. We focus on what can go wrong instead of what can go right. We need to shift our mindset, focus on the positive, and believe in ourselves. Lack of accountability is another major obstacle. We don't have anyone to report to, anyone to hold us accountable, and that's exactly why we need to find an accountability partner, someone who can push us, motivate us, and keep us on track. Perfectionism is another common obstacle. We want everything to be perfect, and as a result, we never take action. We need to understand that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. We also need to overcome the obstacle of comparing ourselves to others. We need to focus on our own journey, our own progress, and our own goals. So, now that we've talked about some of the common obstacles that hold us back from achieving our goals, let's talk about the strategies and techniques that can help us overcome them. One of the most effective strategies to achieve our goals faster is to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This way, we can focus on one task at a time and make progress slowly but surely. Another strategy is to create a schedule and stick to it. Consistency is key when it comes to achieving our goals. We need to set a specific time and date to work on our goals and stick to it no matter what. Tracking our progress is another essential strategy. We need to keep track of how far we've come, what's working, and what's not. This way, we can make adjustments and keep moving forward. Creating a positive mindset is also vital. We need to focus on the positive, believe in ourselves, and surround ourselves with positive people. Perseverance is key when it comes to achieving our goals. We need to keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles come our way. We need to stay committed, stay focused, and stay motivated. Now let's talk about the importance of consistency and perseverance in applying these strategies. It's easy to get motivated, but it's hard to stay motivated. It's easy to start, but it's hard to finish. We need to keep pushing forward, even when the going gets tough. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to lose weight. You start going to the gym, eating healthy, and tracking your progress. You see results, and you get motivated. But then, you hit a plateau. You start to get discouraged, and you want to give up. But that's exactly when you need to push forward. You need to keep going, even when the results aren't coming as fast as you want them to. We need to understand that achieving our goals is not a one-time event. It's a process. It takes time, effort, and perseverance. And that's exactly why we need to stay committed, stay focused, and stay motivated. So, let's summarize the main points from today's episode. We've talked about the importance of achieving our goals faster and the common obstacles that hold us back. We've explored the strategies and techniques that can help us overcome these obstacles and achieve our goals quickly and efficiently. And finally, we've discussed the importance of consistency and perseverance in applying these strategies. If you want to achieve your goals faster, remember to define them clearly, break them down into smaller tasks, create a schedule, track your progress, and stay accountable. And most importantly, stay committed, stay focused, and stay motivated. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.